Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome. Hello Tavia, hi Stephanie, hi Catherine, hello Samantha and Roxanne, Becca, hey! Oh my goodness, Marcy, hello to you, I'm so glad to see you. Walmart greeter mode, I love it Samantha, they don't pay you enough. Test 1 2 1 2. Do I sound okay with talking in a regular voice? I'm taking the drums down a bit. I wouldn't be surprised at all if what you mostly hear is fans. I've got the air conditioner cranking there. There's a fan at the door to blow it down the hall. And I actually put another little fan here to blow on my feet tonight. Because it's 90 something outside and this is the first day that I have really felt our little machine struggling, because it's like cranking as hard as it can and it's not very cool in here. Hello Capricorn Moon, hello darling, I can't remember your real name. Welcome to you. Hello Laura, welcome my dear. I'm so happy to see you all, I really am. Yes, it's man, what a month this week has been. We've had another very close call with COVID, exposure that didn't travel, thankfully. Hello, Patricia. Hey, witches. Hey, that witch. Debut decks, you bet. Of course, my plan has changed. I am not using all birthday decks tonight because there were 4 tarot. I think it ended up like with 5 tarot and 2 oracles, and it's like too many new decks, and I am debuting 2 that I have not yet unboxed, and actually 3 for you, because today I shot the unboxing for you, Catherine, for the Tarot of the She, and that is Silver Spiral Tarot, everybody else in the chat room. And I started uploading it at 3:30, and I just had to bail out of it like 5 minutes ago because it still had another half an hour to go. Now, ding, the light bulb went off over my head, and I did an internet test speed, and as usual we've got like 120 Mbps download speed, so blazing fast download. But my upload speed is currently 3. Used to be 12-ish, you know, upload speeds are always way slower than download. And so now I'm looking up, why is my upload speed so slow? And now they're talking about, oh, there are levels that you can pay for. So, you know, 4 hours for a 50-minute, to upload a 50-minute video. And actually more than 4 hours, like 4.5 hours. So back a couple years ago when I had a new upload or unboxing every single day, I was actually at a place where I was shooting in my OBS, I would be processing a video in my Power Director and uploading to YouTube at the same time, and everything was just tickety-boo, as my sister-in-law says. And now I can't even have my browser open on the computer while I'm trying to live stream. So somebody's going to be getting a call tomorrow. Joy. Joy Rapture, I get to talk to the cable company. Oh my God. So anyway, okay, let's see. Who else has wandered in? 13. Oh yes. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so very happy for that. So yeah, the hum is what you're going to hear. Hopefully you can hear the drums, the drums, the drums. But 'tis what it is, and I don't see anybody saying, we can't hear you, Luna, so I assume that everything is okay. All right. Yes, I lit a candle. I haven't lit the charcoal yet, the piece of charcoal yet, because I just don't want to add any heat. But, I mean, it's not miserable in here. We're probably at, you know, 76, 78 degrees, something like that. So it's not horrible in here because the air conditioner's in this room. But as soon as you step out of the bedroom, it's very warm. So, here's what I want to talk to you guys about tonight. Adjust your seat. Adjust your seat. Get yourself comfortable. Get your feet flat on the floor, or if you're lying down, get your spine straight. Uncross your ankles, uncross your wrists, put your phone down. If you got a phone, you can just listen for a while. You don't have to see. And the first thing I want you to do is let your breath all the way out. And then relax your belly and feel that next breath just flow in, like without any effort at all. Fill up your lungs. Hold that for just a count of 4, and then slowly let your breath all the way out. All the way out. Pause for a moment, relax your belly. Back in again. Just keep doing that. Keep breathing in a conscious, relaxed way. Let's get into our bodies tonight. Let's get into this time, this space, and claim it for ourselves to experience magic and to experience community and discover some wonderful things. There's no place like home. Okay, I'm checking out. Yes, way to go, Kansas. Absolutely, Sam, absolutely. Well, the will of the people is being heard. You know, that what we have to know is that all of the shit that's going on, you know, the right, it's all gaslighting. You know, this oh, evangelicals want this, want that. They are the minority, and there is no doubt about it. So the will of the people is being heard. We had a couple wonderful turning points at the end of Heather Cox Richardson's essay on, I think it was the end of last week. She quoted, hold on, something in my mouth. She quoted someone else who keeps an eye on politics, and he said that it was a good week for the USA. We've watched Republicans have to reverse themselves because they're getting shouted down. And he said that for the first time in a long time, he's beginning to feel the hope. And she said, if he's feeling the hope, then so am I. So, and we always feel the hope, right? We're hope punks. Okay. So, puts on her ruby red slippers. Kansas for the win. People for the win. Reasonable people. Non-evangelical, critically thinking, compassionate people. Okay, this is messed up. I have my phone here. Yay, it finally let me turn the volume down. Because I could hear my, wait. Okay. Sorry. Too many things to keep track of. So, are you still breathing consciously? Now, take your hands and go like this. Warm them up really well. Oh, that hurts my elbow. Warm them up. And then, with very little pressure, just a very tender, calming touch, relax your jaw muscles. Just feel this tension here, let go. Feel the back of your jaw just kind of drop down a little bit so that there is natural space between your back teeth. And while you're at it, let your tongue go and relax into the bottom of your mouth. And now you can put your hands around back, and wherever they touch around your neck, you just feel that calmly release and down into your shoulders. And while we're at it, let's go up to the top of the head and just kind of gently touch and feel the muscles in your scalp just relaxing. I don't think you can carry tension in your scalp. You can. You're just bringing this healing touch to yourself wherever you need it. So just kind of continue this, and you know, as you're touching, you're also feeling, and feel the sensation of this very gentle and tender conscious and healing touch. Feel here. Feel your chest open up. Feel your heart center open up. Roll your shoulders back. Feel your shoulder blades come down your back and kind of pull in towards your spine. They sort of, just cage your spine a little bit for support. And as you do that, your heart center naturally opens. Your posture straightens, your heart center opens. And now imagine that there's just this wave, where you have placed your touch. Of course, you're not live streaming, so you can do what you want. You can move this all down your body and feel everything relax. You can just use your mind to send that wave of relaxation down, but let it travel. Let it travel through your chest. Let it travel down your back. Let it travel into your butt muscles. We carry a lot of tension in the ass sometimes. Sometimes the asses give us a lot of tension. And feel it flowing from your low belly. Let your belly relax. You don't need to suck it in all the time. And feel it flowing down your thighs and down your lower legs. Let your feet kind of flop around a little bit. And just kind of keep that thought going. Tell your mind to run a back channel that's going to continue sending that relaxing energy. Just let it flow down. And then while we're at it, right at the yoni gate there, right at the root chakra, let that center open. And let everything you don't need drain. All of the tensions, all of the thoughts. Know that your brilliant psyche will keep anything it needs. Your amazing and magical and miraculous energy system that is your body, mind, and spirit will keep all of the energy that it needs. But everything that it doesn't need right now, just let it go down. Let it flow down the drain. Bye-bye, mommy. Accept my offering on your behalf. Turn it into the most wonderful compost. And in Mother Drone, we used to do a thing called the burden basket, and I got the concept from the Sacred Path cards. Is that what they're called? Yes. Jamie Sam's companion deck to the medicine cards, and it talked about a basket outside of people's First Nations dwelling places, and it was extremely rude to go into somebody's living space with a bunch of shit attached to you. So you would leave your burdens in that basket. So at the beginning of Mother Drum, we had papers, and people would write, "This is the thing I do not need with me during this time," so you could thoroughly claim your time and space. Now, some of those things at the end of the night people chose to throw out, and it's also equally bad, if not even worse, manners, not to reclaim your burdens at the end of the gathering. You could reclaim them and throw them in the fire, or if these are things that you have to be responsible for, you don't have to be responsible for them right now, so we set them aside. And writing it down and putting it in a sacred place, like in your altar, says this will be safe. I'm not going to forget about it. I'm not going to bail on my responsibility, but it can be where it is because I don't need it in this time and in this place. And then let us and we're going to let the drain keep going. And once you've run out of current events to go down the drain, then anything else that is just needs to be cleansed and healed can send its excesses down the drain. And I offer you this sacred smoke, that by air and fire you may be purified and charged. And then I offer you this salt and water, that by water and earth you may be blessed and made whole. And I offer you the sound of the bell. That spirit bring you into an experience of unity, an experience of wholeness. Remember spirit. You don't have to connect to spirit. You are spirit. Just remember. Let's have another one. Come into presence. Come into this time and space. Feel everything else being cleansed from your atmosphere, your environment. Here's a good one. And feel your mind clearing. See the waves of the bell going out and just pushing and realigning all the molecules in the air, realigning so that everything is cohesive, aligned, connected, cleansed, elevated. And one more bell to lift you up, to really feel spirit lifting you up. Now, guides and guardians, allies and ancestors, thank you so much for being here. I acknowledge you in gratitude. Let's put this over here. And I welcome your presence as always with us. And I offer you fresh water. And I offer you the fire of Azrael, and we want to put our Mount St. Helens ash back on the altar here. So how have you been weathering the Uranus-Mars North Node conjunction this week? Hooey! Yeah. Know that tomorrow, I don't know the exact time, but Mars departs tomorrow. It is already past the 18 degrees that the node and Uranus are sitting at. Mars departs tomorrow, so you should feel a lessening of the zzz. We still have the Uranus North Node conjunction, so it is prime time for receiving enlightenment regarding your path forward, the best path forward, your soul's path forward. So do readings, work with energy. It's a great time for that, but the heat should be off a bit after tomorrow. Okay. Let's look at our decks tonight. The first one, thank you, Silver Spiral Tarot. This is Tarot of the She, a gift from Catherine Morgan. And as I say in my unboxing, it has shot right up there amongst my favorite decks, right off the rip. What a fabulous deck. Hold on. I do want to burn a little bit more. The ones, of course, that I've read with and unboxed, I have already done the blessing with, but okay. Second one is the Isis Oracle, and this is Alana Fairchild with artwork by good old Jimmy Manton. Then this is the amazing Tarot de Carlotides. And thank you, Marcy, for helping me. You know how I struggle with pronunciation. I will go with every conceivable pronunciation and just say, I don't know. I was thinking Carlotides, but I wasn't sure, and Marcy said, yes, that is the right way. So this is Laura in Florida. A gift from Laura. Thank you so much. It is quirky, and it's just fun and amazing, and it reads like a dream, and it shuffles like a dream. So Yahoo for that one too. Wait, I usually lay the decks down on top of their books over here, but these odd little, you know, Fournier books don't like that. Then we have the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, because we are in Lionsgate territory after all. Leo season, and that is Carolyn Smith and John Astrup. Now, these two decks I have not unboxed yet. I've looked at them, but I have not yet blessed or activated them. So that's what I'm going to do right now. All right, we're just going to let that. There we go. So this is Fairy Tarot Cards by Radley Valentine, illustrations by Howard David Johnson. Howard Johnson. Illustrations by Hojo. And then we'll give them a little bell and a little Fire of Azrael. Yum, 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 yum. Make sure your decks are well fed. And then this is a gift from my daughter. Oh my God, what a deck. The Sacred Hags Oracle by Danielle Dulski, illustrations by Janine Hausman. Oh, it's amazing. I have not read with it yet. I've only looked at it. It is so much fun to have new toys. New toys. Okay. I got another new little one today. And when I say new little one, the tiny universal weight tarot. What a hoot. I think it will become friends with the tiny die. Okay, you guys. Where are we at? 25 minutes in. The name of the second deck with the insect on it, that is the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. All right, let me catch up on. Yes, it is. No, it is a beetle. So it is a big old beetle. All right, let me catch up. That's the thing. Anybody who's eligible to vote needs to register and vote. Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Clenched butt, couple of years, absolutely. Okay. New deck from Laura. Yes, they're amazing. Yeah. So the insect is not a bee; it's a beetle. Where do I find out where all the planets are? Well, from my software, but I also have a I get the Llewellyn Daily Planetary Guide. There, you can see it better. I used Llewellyn's Daily Planetary Guide. It gives aspects every day, but there's also an ephemeris in the back, so you can look up by date where things are. But my software, my Solar Fire software is, you know, I look up the chart on a daily or so basis and see where things are at, and then when I'm doing the new and full moon charts, that's where I get those charts too. It is professional level software. It was like $400 maybe 13 years ago, 14 years ago, something like that. So I don't know what it goes for now. There is an Astro Matrix software app for your phone, costs $20 some. That is well worth it. Okay, let's see. Hello, Johanny. I forgot. Yes, I didn't say hello to you yet. Welcome, my dear. Yeah, the unboxings have been really fun. Just titties. Oh, okay. Ah, really, Laura? That is so, that makes me very happy to hear. So Laura bought me this Carla Titi's deck. And so, of course, when I unboxed it, the reading was for her, and she asked a specific question. So after we're done tonight, head on over, look at the unboxing video for the Tarot de Carla Titi's, and she asked a question on behalf of all of us. So I would have to sit and think for a little bit to, you know, pull up what the reading was, but I remember it read very well. Okay. She says it was so accurate, kind of gave me chills. Yay! A keychain version of Rider-Waite. Yes, yes, I've seen that too. I did make it to the river. I did not find any hagstones. I did find a stone that has a lot of pitting in it, but not a hagstone. I didn't stay very long because it was very humid. And I just didn't. I didn't stay that long. But I'll tell you what, you guys, I'm going to need to take a tiny break before we get started, so I will invite you. I will turn the drums up, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a flash. I'm back. When your kidneys decide to do their thing, they just do their thing, don't they? Okay, let me catch up with your conversation here. The second deck, that is the Isis deck, Samantha. The Isis Oracle. Whoa. Okay, sorry. The second deck is the Isis Oracle. That's the one with the beetle on it. Isis Oracle, Alana Fairchild. Yes, Isis Oracle. Do you not, am I not very clear? Or are the drums drowning me out? Or, you know, can you not hear? Because I will adjust things. Isis Oracle. Hold on. Okay. Alrighty then, I think we're ready to get going here. Of course I'm going to drink more. Hey, at least it's coming in and going out, right? Okay. Okay. All right, Sammy, you got it now. All right. Oh, this ball is getting my attention. I'm going to turn it on. And tell my team, you know how this goes. If you have something to say and you want our attention, make the ball make pretty pictures. Hello, baby Joe. Yay. I'm glad you made it too. No, you missed my potty break, so I'd say you're right on time, baby Joe. Okay. What planetary energies would like our focus this week? We have Venus in Sagittarius in the 7th house. Well, Venus in the 7th is in a very comfortable place. because it rules Libra, which also rules the 7th house in the flat wheel. So Venus in the 7th house is about collaboration. It's about partnerships. Does it go that way? There we go. Line them up. Okay, so it is about collaborations and partnerships, whether those are personal partnerships or business partnerships, but there is that element of commitment there, of building something, of a third thing. So, did you see who just went off here? Okay. So there is this idea of a third thing, that when you have a whole person and another whole person, and those people feel that magnetic attraction and there is connection at all levels, what happens is a third thing is born, and that is the relationship. That is the partnership of the two of them, the collaborative creation of these two people in tandem in, you know, the living world. And I just got the image of the scale, and it's like, you know, one person and the other person, but then there's that fulcrum that they balance on. And that is the third thing, you know, where they each contribute, and it takes them. I did not touch that table. I was not touching that table anywhere just now. My guides are saying yes, yes, yes. So we are talking about the third thing that we create with our committed partnerships. I've got Venus sideways here, don't I? So much for lining them up. All right. Venus in Sagittarius is about exploring relationship, exploring social connections, that social urge. Where are we going? What's the aim of the partnership? It's talking about, you know, I mean, think about Sagittarius, the archer. There's got to be something to be aimed for, and that target is distant. Distant in space, distant in time, maybe distant in experience. Maybe you're taking a partnership to a place that you've never experienced before, whether, you know, either through observation of your family of origin or through direct experience with the partnerships you've had so far. It's bringing your beliefs, your philosophies, your adventurous nature, your humor to your partnerships. All of those are Sagittarius things. It talks about partnerships and affection that crosses, that cross borders, letting our affections at, you know, at the most basic level, what I like, what I don't like. And I mean, Taurus is really that basic level of what I like and what I don't like. Venus in Libra becomes who I like and who I don't like, you know, and the more refined taste, other than Venus in Taurus is more what I like and don't like in terms of my 5 senses, my 6 senses, you know, the food I put in my mouth, the perfume I wear. By the way, I smell fucking great tonight. I put on the perfume that I used to wear in my 20s, that this one guy in this one band said that he wanted to like steal me away and go to Paris, and he was going to have the perfume piped into our house, our villa. So anyway, why I didn't take him up on that, I don't know. Anyway, so it's about those close sensual perceptions and experiences, but Venus in Libra is about perception outside of us. First house is me, my body. 7th house, the opposite of that, you. Who's you out there? Who am I attracting? Who am I attracted to? So it's that higher octave of the what the mind is attracted to in terms of art, in terms of decor, atmosphere, what feels pleasant, that is goes beyond just the gross senses and into the more subtle senses. And so we also look at our style of relationship. Does our relationship, do our commitments please us in that way? In that way of bringing me beauty, showing me beauty on a daily basis, in terms of taking me places that I've never been before, as far as growth and philosophy, what I'm learning, how I am expanding is in my... Tonight was feeling special right from the rip here. Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute and catch up with messages. Yeah, baby. Okay, what the thing is that's lighting up is a little cat toy that you turn it on and it flashes, and then it takes, and you see, look, I'm thumping this desk and it's not going off. But you allow spirit to affect it, so you can use it as a little spirit tool, obviously. I've used it several times, and this is the first time it's gone off at all, and it's gone off several times. So thank you, my team. They're amazing. And yeah, you just, it is something that the subtle energies of spirit can affect, and you just let them know, here, here's where you show us. And boy, they're showing up tonight, aren't they? Okay, let me catch up some more. That scale is rarely balanced evenly. Absolutely, Tavia. Absolutely. It's give and take, give and take. And when I'm kind of feeling weaker, my partner can compensate. We fill each other in our highs and lows. We don't fill each other in the things that we're lacking, because we're not lacking anything. We're not lacking anything. We are complete unto ourselves. What they do is bring attributes to this third thing. We're talking partners here. I'm reading messages. Your partner and that scale that balances, your partner brings to this third thing that is the relationship, the traits and the skills and the talents that you may not have innate to you. And you don't have to have them innate to you, because your partner has them, Okay. Natalie, welcome, love. I'm so happy to see you. Yes, market it as a cat toy. Just, look up flashy cat toy. Tavia. For once, I have nothing to add to that dice reading. Wow, okay. All right, you guys. Off and swinging tonight. Almost forgot the Earthbound Oracle for our topics tonight. Okay. All right. Uh-oh, am I stalling? Like I said, I discovered today that my upload speed is 3. So if it stalls on the video upload, I do not have a browser open. We'll just we carry on, don't we? I will tell you that the money for my computer has been delivered to the person that is going to build it. He just got back from tour, though, today, so it's not going to happen, like, immediately, but hopefully it can happen relatively quickly. Okay. Oh, I was buffering. Yeah, I'm telling you. All right, deck number 2 that we have talked so much about is first up, and this is the Isis Oracle. So, let's get our Earthbounds out and tell them welcome. Okay. Earthbound and Isis. And to my guides, and Jessica, my guide in the West, has... I was in the habit of really connecting with Lloyd, who's my guide in the East and in charge of, communication and logistics, for help in readings and transmitting communication. But it's like, it's him and Jessica both. She's in the West. She takes care of my empathy and my, the water. So, all right. Oh, Earthbound Oracle. What is the topic tonight that the Isis Oracle is going to tell us about? I'm going to put this right here. What is our topic for the Isis Oracle tonight? Readings for the collective. We can talk about anything here. Here, let's do that for a hot second. One of the other decks, the Shadowland Lenormand, I had on deck here, and it's like, you know what, I haven't touched Lenormand for a few months, and I'm not versed enough fart around with it tonight for you guys. But you shall see it soon. Okay, now, Earthbound. Jessica Floyd. What does this deck want to tell us about tonight? Oh, mighty Isis. Oh. Look at this. Okay, this is funny. This is very funny to me. Because on this side we have fear, but it's a rabbit that has arrows flying at it. On this side we have Luna, literally. Wait a minute. Do I look more or less green that way? So hard to tell when you look so green. Anyway, the rabbit stands out to me because my birthday is a rabbit day. And if you don't know about rabbit, it is this superstition. Who knows where it came from? But on the first day of the month, the first thing out of your mouth is rabbit. So you say, if you manage to get rabbit out of your mouth before you say anything else on the first day of the month, then you're supposed to have good luck for the rest of the month. So what I have done is set the alarm on my phone, and I never go to bed before, I never go to sleep before midnight anyway. And so it goes off and says, rabbit, it's 12 a.m. And then I say, rabbit, and then it's nailed, you know? So we have rabbit, we have Luna, my birthday is a rabbit day, and then we've got ceremony in the middle. And look at the dark side is fear. The dark candle is fear. The light candle is Luna, is me. So I'm not sure what that says about what we're going to read about. Let's read about ceremony. That's what's in the middle here. How we deal with fear and how we... a Libra moon. Okay. Oh, I see the techno gremlins. Yep, I saw that, Samantha. Naught I can do about it. We soldier on. This too shall pass. It's really pissing me off, though, that it's the cable company and not my computer, so hopefully I can get something sorted tomorrow. Yep, the dark and light candles. One of my very favorite spell workings to do, I love candle workings, is a black candle, a gray candle, and a white candle. When you are dealing with big, deep, dark stuff, you know, fear, trauma, all of that, shame, you use the black candle to absorb. You hold that black candle and you feel all the ick that's in there, and you let that black candle draw it from you. And then you take the gray candle and you hold that gray candle, and that neutralizes any after effects, but it takes it into a neutral place, and then you burn the white candle to lift it up to its highest expression and highest lesson. And they're telling me cut and pull, stop talking, cut and pull, Luna. Okay, birthday candles, that's right, Davey, oh my God. Although my cake didn't have candles. They forgot the candles. But the cake itself was spectacular. All right. All right. Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. Here we have Rising Sun, the Divine Solar Child Reborn. I don't know that I would call myself, you know, the Divine Solar Child, but... Then we have Wings of Isis, uniting with the angelic self. All right, let's look up. I hesitated on this. It was between this and the Untitled Oracle. It brings deep soul awakening. I just saw something flash, and I am seeing buffering. We carry on. It brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment timing. Yes, it has been resetting the timing, so hold on. Okay. I'm still streaming. Let me see, let me catch up with what you're doing here. Yes, we have techno gremlins. I'm back now. Okay, good. Did it drop audio as well and we're just buffering, right? Cut out right when I was starting to read the first card. Okay. So this is Lady of the Stars, the Priestess of Sirius. And it says, Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. It brings soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment of all other oracles in this deck. She tells you to pay attention because something significant is taking place right now. And my comment was, if that doesn't, drop it in every one of our laps. She is empowering all of you oracles that are watching here. She empowers all of the oracles in this deck. So I think those are the lady, the this, that, you know, the people in this deck. So first out here is empowering all of these oracles for tonight. And all of you oracles. So if I do cut out, you just continue with this energy that we have created here. And continue and do your own readings because, as it says, something very important is happening right now. Let's see, and there's a whole ritual. It enhances, amplifies, and strengthens any other oracle that you draw immediately before or after. It's a call to pay attention to the cards next to it. You're guided that it will you will grow greatly through the lesson or learning specified in any oracle next to it. Okay, so now we got to look at the rising sun. Look at the rising sun here. Do you see that little sphere? That kind of looks like a rising sun. We have a full moon. This is it, y'all. Hold up. This is it. This is the empowerment of all of the oracles. It is time to start speaking your truth. It is time to accept the empowerment of the information that is coming to you and through you. Let's look at rising sun, because she empowers him, the divine solar child reborn. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness, persistence. Even when you felt like giving up, you chose to stay strong, to surrender to the divine and continue with the path. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. So while we are watching the old shit crash and burn, what have I been talking about, you guys? It's not, what's the word I want to use? It's really not all that judgmental, but it's not the best way to put our focus on taking down the old. The ones that have vision are best put their talents and their skills to work on creating the new. Because when we create this new and it is channeled and it is infused with the knowledge that we have, and it's connected and it's empathic and it's compassionate and it's divine and it's just infused with magic, whatever we create is of a higher vibration. And by nature, by the rules of how things work, the higher vibration is going to rise above the lower vibration as the lower vibration comes down the side of the wheel, back down into the earth for compost. So, time for ceremony, coming up to the full moon next week. I will get that chart up for you, my patrons, tomorrow. And we need to, fear is on the way out. Look at the rabbit going this way. Fear is on the way out. It can be there, but it is not going to be our motivating factor. It is not going to be what moves us. It is not going to be the root of what we create. It will not be fear. The root of what we create is awareness and awakeness and consciousness, earth consciousness, Gaia consciousness, consciousness of this community that is awake and aware. So she is empowering this rebirth of the divine solar child. This is Leo energy. This is the rebirth of the idea of a true leader. And what is a true leader? One that knows that to lead is to serve. It is the ultimate in service, to lead. Yeah. Okay, now let's go to Wings of Isis here. This is already fun. Uniting with the angelic self. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, fear's on its way out, compassion, and service into this human culture. There's an echo in here. This oracle brings you angelic assistance and intervention and confirmation that any impressions you may have had that you belong not only to the human kingdom but also to the angelic one are correct. So that's why I'm here on YouTube, to shine my light. And that's what you're here to do too, to shine that angelic light. You are channeling it through you. You have your own soul's light, and you also have the ability to connect, to tap in, to channel. When I took tea ceremony lessons, we all got a Japanese name, and my name was Sohikari. And Hikari means light. And that's what my sensei said, is you just, you're this bright light and you bring these things, and, there's a price for that light. There's a lot of dark too. And this is my path and I love it. So for all of us here, this is for all of us. We have a light to shine, and that light, part of the light that we shine is a reflection of life and a reflection of our experiences. But this is just powerful. These three are so powerful. Such a validation of who we are and what we're here to do. And this week we got the validations that this work that we're doing is having an effect. It's working. Things are changing. Uranus and Mars and the North Nodes certainly contributed. And this is what it is, a sudden unexpected things, turning points. So, wow. All right. Next. All right, catching up. Yes, this is ceremony. Indeed. We are, we're not, yes, we're children of the divine. We are the divine. This is what the rebirth of the goddess religions has been. This is not, we are not by a long stretch recreating these old religions. And someone asked, I can't remember his name, he was commenting on one of my Art of Ritual videos, and he was asking about deity and if I could talk more about it. And okay, information coming through. We are not recreating the ancient religions of the pagans. We are rebirthing these archetypes into the world. And so to be a pagan in these days and look toward other pantheons. I mean, if you look at my altar, there are so many different cultures represented there, but the strong ones, Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism, Hinduism with Lakshmi and Saraswati, and Ganesh, his name would not come to my mind there. Isis, the Venus of Willendorf, Sekhmet, Egyptian. Egyptian is one of my strongest roots. So we are connecting with these faces of the nameless and the faceless and the unified with specific aspects. And in this age, we don't have to be restricted to, this is my pantheon and I'm devoted to this, and my sponsor, who's your sponsor? Why do I have to have one? I have connected with so many forms of deity over the years and continue to. So, all right. Okay, Samantha, I'm reading. I truly get so much out of this weekly meeting. I can feel the energy of everyone here, and I can feel everyone here receiving my energy as well, and that's what we're doing. We're creating a spiral that expands every week, and it expands in all of our necks of the woods. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, who's up next? Number 1. Ooh. Okay, Catherine, here it comes. Here it comes. All right, you two. Have a little chat. This is Tarot of the She, one of my gift decks. When we got home from dinner on Sunday, it was on my porch. Just so much fun. Okay. What do the She have to tell us about tonight? I think I might have to light a new charcoal. I want more smells. Whoop. Boom. Ooh. So we have more candles, sorry. Let me see. I can put myself up a little bit there. This one, these are candles that are blown out and there's a lot of smoke in them. And wait, I'm coming over here, guys. There we go. And it says obfuscate. So, and there's a closed eye. Do you see that? That's an eyelid. Closed eye. So to obfuscate is to not necessarily camouflage. Camouflage is a protective thing. To obscure, to try to obliterate, to make unclear. I think that's the best one I can come up with. To make unclear. All right, what do you want to tell us about what is unclear? And it's a verb here. I think we're going to make it into the topic of obfuscation. What is it that we're still seeing through a mirror darkly rather than clearly? I'm so tickled shitless about this going off. What was that, like 4 times already now? And I like the way it rests in the lotus petal like that. All right. Tell me to stop. They want me to take one off the bottom. And they want me to take one off the top. Oh, hey ya. We have death. We have the Hermit. And we have Heart Song. Dancer 10. The dancers are the suit of water. So if we look at this first card, so we have obfuscate. What is it that we cannot see? What is it that is obscured from our eyes? And we have death here. Of course, the other side is hidden from us. Although, the more we practice our art, the more we hone our skills, the more we can bring that awareness into this everyday waking consciousness. So death talks about passage. Look at there's a pathway here. There's an owl with a fish. There are lit candles. Behind the owl, I'm not sure. I'm going to look this up. Because she goes into great length. And this is Emily Carding, by the way. This is the same woman that did the Transparent Oracle. And I discovered today in the unboxing that there is, the Transparent Tarot is what she did, that there is a Transparent Oracle on its way October of this year. It has been released before. I don't know by whom. I couldn't find a copy of it anywhere. But there's a new transparent oracle coming out from Emily Carding, and they are round. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. The new moon, so we have the new moon over here in an eclipse, no less. Or it's just, you know, you see the bare crescent, so let's just say it's the new moon. Speaks of an inevitable winter as the cold wind caresses the autumn yews. Roots grow deep like veins into the bones of the ancestors, and I still wait upon the mound. Fear me not, for I am not your end, but rather that which cuts you free. I am the owl's wisdom that flies by night. I am the golden wings of the untethered soul. I am the candlelit path to a new existence. I am the shining memories of those that passed before. I am the spiral of renewal and the clear starlit sky. I am that which is forgotten and yet always longed for. I am the kindling of new life, the sunchild. I am evolution. I am the transformation of your inner being. Fear not death, you know me well, this path you have trodden many times before. The lintel carries the sacred sign we must all pass beneath. Step forward bravely, and you will see that death is but a land of life renewed. Change, renewal, endings, beginnings, transformation, shifting awareness, shedding, clarity, progress, awakening, rebirth. So, hold on a second. So in order to come to rebirth, we have to go into that obscure place. We have to go into this in order to have the veil removed from our eyes and to see clearly and to see in bright light. We have to have the veil come down. We have to go through these periods of darkness. And if we are aware of the wheel, the spiral dance, the wheel of life and death, we know that it's all part of the same thing. I was also getting vibrations of the sense that we feel like we're not hearing from our loved ones on the other side, or we're not as connected to them as we would like to be. Just keep talking to them. Just keep talking to them, keep doing your work, keep honing your skills. But this is talking about our willingness to go into the dark passage, to go through the dark night of the soul, in order to be that solar child reborn, that divine solar child at the other end. The Hermit here says, nobody can walk this path with us. We must walk it alone. So many things, all of the initiatory phases of our lives. The main characteristic is that we come out changed internally. We come out feeling reborn. You know, feeling changed at a fundamental internal level of understanding. And another characteristic of those initiatory times is no one else can go there with you. You got to go on your own. What am I thinking? There's a song. No one else can go there with you. You must go there. What's the song, Samantha? No one else can go. Is it Lonesome Valley? I will walk that. You got to walk that Lonesome Valley. You got to go there by yourself. No one else can go there for you. You got to go there by yourself. That's what this is. That's what this is. And so what we have to understand is that this is a familiar place. As she said, we've done this many times before. We're not going into the unknown. It's only unknown on this side of the door and on this side of the veil. That's where faith and trust come in. So with this eye closed here, if we have faith and we have a connection to our own spirit, we don't have to fear, we don't have to see. And I'm looking at the Hermit who is looking this way. Look at this labyrinth or this spiral that repeats in all these cards. And he's showing the way here across the water, it looks like, or even up in the clouds to this lonely mountain. There's a, look at the red, look at this, you guys. Look at the black moon here. Look at the red sun here. Look at the white moon here. Black, red, white. What are those? Those are the colors of the goddess. Crone, mother, maiden. Or Witterson's maid, mother, crone. Speaking of initiation. And then the last card well, let's read the Hermit, because the poetry, the verses, her writing is just incredible. I am the messenger of your hidden self. My voice is silent. Through the turbulent waters of the murky soul, my fiery prow will guide you. The answer lies beyond a bony finger beckoning. Onwards we move, onwards looking within, still but never stationary. The waters are deep and the hill rises high above them, whipped by wind and hidden by the mists of time. I am the core of solitude and the steady flame. I am the scroll of secrets and the light by which you may read its riddles. I am ever alone, for few dare to pass where I may tread, yet I will teach you if you would learn the hermit's way. I am the stone that whispers, the tree that sings. I am the fire's runes and the wind's lament. I am the beacon of knowledge that shatters ignorant gloom. Heed my silence, and you will surely become the guiding torch of others. In the darkness of my cave, your flame will shine the brighter. Meditation, solitude, peace, contemplation, research, learning, mysticism, shamanism, occult, retreat, seclusion, wisdom. This deck, so good. Oh my. All right. We are just getting taken to school tonight, you guys, to the school of remembrance. Remembering who we are. I hear you, Mufasa. Okay. Dancer 10 is Heart Song. So why are we taking this journey, willing to go into the darkness, into the places where we can't see clearly, where we're in uncertainty, where we don't know the answers? Because we've been here before and we've come out the other side. We are the divine solar child being reborn, and we can do this! Yes. Hold on. Okay. Dancer 10. Hold up. Okay. Come and join our fairy song. Find the home for which you long. Know that you have found your place. Circle of the dancer's grace. Family, community. My circle here. Completeness, contentment, spiritual home. Oh my. Oh my. Look at this. I miss Mother Drum so bad. But look at this. Look at these hands. Look at the energy. Look at the rainbow of light. Look at the spiral. The glow behind the mountains. The maid mother crone. Yeah. Okay. And this Venus, you know, these are our partnerships coming together like this that can take us farther than we've been before, into new adventures, new experiences of our own divinity, of our own soul, bringing us to new philosophies, new understandings. So Sagittarius. And commitment is key. That 7th house is key. Commitment means I'm not going to stay at the whim of my emotions. It means I'm going to stay because I said I am. Yeah. All right, let me catch up here. Holy moly. Muddying the waters, obfuscate. Yes, the structure in the background looks kind of like a dolmen. Absolutely. Peace in the valley. Nope, the Lonesome Valley. Yep, that Lonesome Highway. There's another version. I'm thinking of the version from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, one of the best soundtracks ever, ever, ever recorded. And those men. You gotta walk that lonesome valley. Beautiful, rich voices. Okay. chills. Yes, Becca, I was thinking about you through this. Yes, chills. Totally. All right. As I've tried to return to mundane life after being at witch camp. Oh boy, that's so hard. Yeah, re-entry is tough, man. When I would come home from Starwood, first thing I would do is come home, take off all my clothes. When you're not used to being restricted by clothing for a week, it's tough. Re-entry is tough. Okay. So, Catherine. Damn, what a deck. All right. 6. Oh, okay. They are coming out swinging. I have no idea how long I've been going because this says 26 minutes, but I know that the feed tanked a couple of times. Okay, so hour and 15 minutes already. Holy moly, we're halfway through. So what? Time has no meaning here. Drinking my bubbly. All right. Let's have these connect with each other. Oh, sacred hags. Sacred crones. I welcome your presence here. Tell us what you would like to talk to us about tonight. Guide. Okay. They are just here for us. They're here for us. I agree, Luna. I've never shuffled these this way. Let me try one. I mean, I haven't even like looked through the book of this yet. So this is just straight up. All right. We'll go back to just this now. All right, what guidance do you have to give us tonight, sacred hags? When external beauty falls away, inner beauty comes forth, and wisdom becomes beauty. All right, they're telling me to stop. Okay, so look at how these two, this one just kind of wanted to disappear into the tabletop, didn't it? Yeah, I'm looking forward to them too. I'm going to get up first thing in the morning and start uploading that frickin' video as I am calling the cable company to. All right. So what we have here, Season of Spice and Hearth. Someone's coming. Then we have the Shadow Keeper. And we have Season of the 13th Moon. I cannot see how many are in, are watching. Oh yes, I can. I can see in the chat. All right. So, Season of Spice and Hearth. So I can tell you that there are 4 suits. There are the sacred hags, the seasons, the stories, and the spells. And I believe the Shadow Keeper is one of the stories. So we start with the Season of Spice and Hearth. And you know what that is? In this intense heat of summer, I feel it coming. I feel sour season coming. I'm so excited. Okay. Grandmother speaks. Death is never the end, of course, but even so, no one has ever escaped the Reaper's gaze. Here we go again. Death card was here last time, okay. Why the fear then? Why the refusal to know what awaits us all? Why obfuscate? the fact that every single one of us is going to pass from this life. Think of all the small deaths you've experienced in your life. Our relationships die. Our masks fall from our faces. Our beloved creatures go into the ground. This is the way of it, and befriending the word death is an immense source of power. To walk with death is radical, a chin raised to those who would have us terrified and malleable. If you hold hands with both the feeling flesh and the promise of this body's demise, you are surely living your best life. We are creatures immensely capable of seeing beauty, feeling love, all while understanding that someday we shall find ourselves at the door of death, just as the babe finds itself inevitably pushed from the warm womb. And then there's a morning ritual and a moonlight ritual. We, of course, will not do those, but wow. So when both of my parents passed, I was fortunate to be caring for them. And I asked if I could bathe them when the attendants came in. And they were just like, yes, yes, yeah. And it's like, why? Well, back in the 80s when I worked at the medical school in town, I was the secretary to the chairman of the anatomy department, and we had a body donation program. So medical students were there and they needed cadavers to operate on. So when I was at my desk, I had like 3 courses happen out of my department, and everybody else's department had 1. I had like 3 or 4. There was gross anatomy, microscopic anatomy, embryology, and cytology, and the electron microscopy lab. So I think there were 5. At any rate, I had watched a movie called Faces of Death before I got this job, and then I just out of the blue sent them a letter saying, here are all my qualifications, do you got any openings? And I had written the description of this job that I ended up with. And you could go down in the anatomy lab and see the cadavers, and the first time's but there was no fear. There were no people attached to those bodies. You went down there and it felt just absolutely still. I could have spent the night in that place without a single problem at all. Because when you experience death unadorned, death undisguised, death unobfuscated, it makes a whole lot of sense to this animal brain that we have. You go, oh, nobody's home forever. And it's not a scary thing. It's only scary when we don't know what we're going to see, when we have not ever experienced it. So I would encourage you, if you are so inclined, if you have a medical school near, ask if you can tour an anatomy lab. Do it at the beginning of the year, not at the end of the school year. Take my word for it. But if you can get comfortable, as this hag says, with not just the living flesh, but the promise, not the possibility, the fact and the promise that we're going to pass from this life. And I know that my family will bathe me. I did it myself for my father because I was the only one there. My whole family, all the women, bathed my mother. And we shared that deep, deep, incredible initiatory experience there. So, okay, so there's our first one. Boy, this is big spiritual stuff tonight. I am loving it. I'm going to catch up because I've seen the messages going ding, 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 ding. Let's see. Oh, my grandmother speaks. This is amazing, you guys. Hello, House of Elorak. Welcome. Death is simply taking a nap. Well, I think it's awaker than you've ever been. It's when we wake up from the nap. Really. This is not the real life here. This is the school. We wake up from this in between. The veils fall away and we get it. We wake up. So, I'm sorry to differ with you, but I do. So many resounding messages. Yes, I know. Challenging our relationship to death, absolutely. And when we can come to terms with it, as she said, and you lose your fear of it, then who are you to be reckoned with? How can you be threatened? All right, let's see. Wow. Death doulas, Sleep is the daily end of life, a small exercise in death. There we go. So, I know the name Peter Murphy, but I don't know. The most healing work, absolutely, because it takes away the biggest fear that we have. Oh, honey. Well, you know what? That's healing. That's cleansing and healing. The med schools do a ceremony. Yep, absolutely, we did in the spring. It is lovely. Sherry, where's Sherry? I don't see you, my love. I see Samantha saying Sherry baby. Well, I don't see Sherry baby. Sherry, darling. Hello. I know you're there. Okay, on to the next tag. Wow, I could spend all night on this one. We shall have to see if we get to, like, you know, a long ass time, and I haven't gotten, this is only halfway through the decks. Okay, Shadow Keeper. Secrets. Grandmother speaks. There are, of course, those who speak of secrets as if they are some evil force that will always break you, that are a sign of your weakness or fear. Boy, are we dealing with core stuff tonight. I say secrets are sometimes truths that must gestate, that are always destined to be revealed in time. You owe no one your secrets until you are ready to tell them, beloved. Until you can speak of these things with care, until the sharing itself can become the untethering ritual it deserves to be. Don't tell me, I don't want to know, but reflect on this. Which secrets do you keep warm for now, letting them simmer in shadows until they're ready to be born into the light? Which secrets feel cumbersome and binding, and which feel more like boundaries than cages? Wow. Okay, this is guidance on our healing path. That the secrets that we keep, you know, life is long. Life is long. And there's a line from the Mists of Avalon where one of the priestesses says to another, one of them is swearing, I will never blah blah, and the other one says, never name that well from which you will not drink, because the universe will test you. So if you say this is going to my grave with me, life is long. Just remember, life is long and growth is constant. Okay, so this is a lesson that I've never really had before, and I just, wow, blown away. The fact that we keep secrets warm and that there will be a time for revelation. I've had a couple such revelations with my kids, because I can't think of anything more heartbreaking than my children after I die saying we never really knew her. So my kids, of course, with some boundaries, you know, they don't have to know everything, or at least all the gory details, but a couple big facts of my life and choices I've made. You know, and so, and they came at times when it was the time. It was time. It was like, hey, I never thought I'd tell them this, but I can tell it's time. So there's a matter of trust here too. Trust your own self with your secrets. And you know, there are reasons we keep secrets, and one of the big reasons is shame. So I think the secrets that we keep in shame, when we go through our healing process, bring us closer to sharing those secrets. And the sharing of it can be the final healing act that dissipates the shame for good. So we want to look at how we have shame around death, cultural shame around death. Used to be really bad. People that were sick were hidden away, and it was seen as a failing of character. Shame is really, we are in a pitched battle with shame in our culture, and it's the young ones that are doing it. They are bringing forward topics that have always been taboo. Topics, occupation, sex workers, you know, the the sexual identity, gender identity, sexual preferences, all of these things that used to be so shamed. And like I said, the very occupation of sex work that has been with us forever. And yet we've always been, yeah, but at least I'm ashamed of it. There's no shame to be had. It's sacred, it's holy. So we are being, the older generations here are being put through some paces here as the younger ones are looking at our shameful secrets and saying, you know what, we're dragging this out into the open. No more shame. So there's a lot of healing to be had. Now let's look at the season of the 13th moon. What number are we? These cards have numbers. The primordial womb. So we've been through death. We're being guided through the secrets that we keep and that balance of knowing what it's time to reveal and the ripening. It's a ripening process. Then we have season of the 13th moon, the primordial womb. Grandmother speaks. Oh, my child, trust in the magic of the twixt and tween. In those times when some great thing has come to an end without any new birth in sight, that pause. Look to the voids in your life. These are the primordial wombs from which your greatest art, your most joyful loves, and the most striking and extraordinary beauty will be born. This is when we let go of sureness. We let go of our any grounding in context, when we let go of location. I don't know where I am. When we consent to being in that place of I don't know. That's what they're talking about. We cannot solve our mysteries too soon. We cannot rush to fill in the spaces and make whole our many puzzles before it is time. It's speaking directly back to the ripening of secrets here too. Such skill is there in sitting in the tension. 'Tis the hallmark of an experienced witch. Sitting in the tension. I'm going to read that sentence again. Such skill is there in sitting in the tension. 'Tis the hallmark of an experienced witch. Not all warrants a spell, after all. Whatever in your life has left you without something new to take its place, leave this particular void be for but a little while longer. Trust in the magic of the unknown just for today. So they have lured us in, and it's like, okay, now you've taken that passage through the dolmen into the underground where everything is obfuscated, where the physical eyes are useless, and given us the challenge to stay there. Stay there until ... Hoo-wee. Okay. There you are, Sherry. All right, I know it is kicking my ass tonight. It's but in an amazing way. I mean, do you feel I'm getting more and more energy as we go on? In the tension, in tension. Oh, Catherine, that's amazing. Silver spiral. Sit in tension. Ooh. By sitting in it, you're working with it. When you dwell in it, you get overwhelmed by it, or something like that. Okay, by sitting in it, you're being. What you're doing is being. This is goddess energy. Remember when I was talking about getting away from the gendered idea of active and passive into more creative, experiential? This is the realm of the goddess. This is the realm of the dark, is the experiential. To be able to go there, close the physical eyes, lose your bearings, and be. And experience. I have got chills from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet right now. Oh, hello, butterfly magic. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, you are so welcome here, and what a deck. Oh, what a birthday. I am just thrilled. Okay. here. Who is next? We have 3, 4, and 5. 6. The hags want another go. Now 3, 4, and 5. 4. The Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Becca, this was a deck you really liked before. All right. Hang out together for a second here. Had to bring out the Oracle of the Radiant Sun at the peak. And by the way, happy frickin' Lammas. You know, last week's live stream, I never even said, oh, happy new moon, we're on the new moon, weren't we? You know, it was just like, everything else was, we were in that Mars-Uranus thing heating up. But this week, happy Lammas, happy harvest, happy Imbolc for you, Natalie, and for you, Marcy. The wheel turns, we are at a peak. The peak of the heat, the peak of the cold. All right, what does the Oracle of the Radiant Sun want to tell us about? There we go. Another 3. Release, cycle, sleep. Oh my. So we are certainly, I just got very loud in my head, a well-earned rest. There are victories happening. Whenever you need it, take that well-earned rest. You know? We take over for each other because none of us can be on all the time, every day, every minute. These don't like to shuffle that way. Now I remember. All right, we will cut and pull. Let's ask. So release, cycle, sleep. It's the, you know, this is the ever-turning cycle, ever-turning, ever-turning. If we are forgetting, I think all these messages about death and the pause, the primordial womb, are saying that we have just been on it for too fucking long now. We've had this massive global agenda on our shoulders, and it's time to release it. And look what that is. It's a lily. That is the flower of death. These just fell off. I'm taking them. And then we recognize that it is time to release. We have hit the peak of summer here, and now it's all harvest as we pull crops out of the field, and no more are going to take their place. Release, release. On the other side of the globe, you are releasing the deep cold of winter, breaking the back of winter, and the light and the heat are increasing for you. So the cycle turns. But sleep here is talking about just restoration. We need to restore ourselves. Oh my goodness, you guys. The first one out is called Secrets. All right, hold on. Let me catch up here. I know, I never do anything for llamas because it's my birthday. We're always celebrating my birthday, so I don't celebrate actual llamas. And the one time was when Morgana turned 10, and it is just mind-boggling to think that I was able to do this then. But I had her birthday party in the afternoon at the park shelter where we did Mother Drum, set the altar up for that, and then that evening, all the kids went home, had a little bit of dinner. That evening I had a Mother Drum till 11 o'clock at night. I cannot believe the energy I had at times. Okay, so Becca is saying, you haven't done anything for llamas, been frustrated because your altar's been a disorganized mess. Yeah. Elbow deep in making a super intense recipe with all fresh seasonal food that you're subconsciously celebrating. Absolutely. We don't have to do this extra step. Here's the thing, and this is the glory of haghood and cronehood, my loves. Those of you who are here with me already know what I'm going to say. You don't have to do the baby steps anymore. When you have celebrated and celebrated and celebrated, when you are attuned to those seasons, when they run through your veins, you don't have to go and do a ritual to get there. It's in you, it lives in you. Ritual is a party then. A party and a celebration. Okay, so let's see what we got. We have secrets here, Venus and Scorpio. Organization, Mercury in Capricorn. Intuition, Mercury in Cancer. We've got a polarity there. And then we have endurance, the Sun in Scorpio. Wow. Okay. So a call back to the Venus at the beginning here, with Venus and Scorpio being secrets because they're precious. They are what we're precious about. And they have like a value, but it's almost like a negative value. They have, maybe they carry a threat, but that has value too. It carries weight. There's the Venus. And so we tuck them away and we are precious with them. Secrets and endurance. All right, I am going to read. But I want to look at these two in here, organization and intuition. So we're talking about Mercury stuff here. And organization's the Capricorn side, intuition's the Cancer side. There's the balance of the Libra thing. Whatever we are doing, whatever is gestating right now that we are looking to harvest, we need to make sure that we have the balance of organization, the steps it's going to take, a realistic approach. That's Mercury in Capricorn. Be absolutely realistic about it. The lists of here are the resources I have, here are the ones I need. What is realistic? When do I want to accomplish this? All the concrete details. And then we have Mercury in Cancer that says, it feels right now. It feels like it's time to start. Feels like I just need to give it a break for today. Okay, there's that balance of those mental faculties. And then I'm going to look at secrets and endurance. Venus in Scorpio. All right. The inscrutable winged sphinx, the head of a ram indicating the Martian link with the sign of Aries, is a symbol of the deep secrets of the past. Surrounding the sphinx are knots, glyphs, and keys to many mysteries. All right, let's see here. We've got personal and we've got events. In matters of love, Venus in Scorpio is the hothouse. In the opposite sign of its natural home, Taurus, the gentle nature of Venus becomes an emotional fireball. All right, passionate. So we're talking about types. Idealizing friends and loved ones. You know what? I'm going intuitive again here. This isn't really giving me something. But we've got Scorpio. We've got Mercury pair here, and then we've got a Scorpio pair here. The Venus one is talking about secrets and how we keep them and why we keep them. And endurance, the Sun in Scorpio. Oh, God, yes. So the Sun in Scorpio are the badasses of the zodiac because they can go through anything. Talk about resilient. Scorpios are the most resilient, resourceful people you'd ever want to know. And Plutonians. So if you have Pluto in high focus anywhere, chart ruler Scorpio rising, hello. You can rise again and again and again like the phoenix, and it's not just endurance. You know why they endure? Here's the message. Ding, 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 coming through. Here's the message. The reason why they endure is because they understand the cycle. Endurance isn't about going flat out continually. Endurance is about, okay, there's a break. I'm going to rest. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take this well-deserved rest. And then I'll be ready to rise up and go again. This is at the heart of endurance and resilience, is knowing when it's time to go and when it's time to stop. The secrets, though. Okay, I'm going to catch up with messages because the secrets are being a little obscure to me here. Okay, seasonal food, peaches. Cherries, oh yes, peaches and cherries. Okay, the obfuscate thing, yes. Okay, Samantha says, going back to the obfuscate thing, the Sphinx is in theory the doorway to the Akashic Records according to some, so it's allowing things that seem obscure to come through. Okay, Samantha, yeah, so the Sphinx is the guardian of the doorway. The Sphinx asks us riddles. And the answers, are there answers to those riddles? Maybe there are, maybe there aren't. But we have something to answer here, something to divulge. Oh, we have something to trade for access. What we have to trade is honesty and revelation on the spiritual level. If we want access to go in, the Sphinx says, what are you going to give me? What secret are you going to pay me with in order to have access to everything? So this is talking about the secrets that we don't even let ourselves know, the secrets that we keep from ourselves. When we keep secrets from ourselves, sometimes it's not by conscious choice, it's our psyche protecting itself. But when we get to the place where we can approach that trauma and approach the healing of that trauma, then we can start letting ourselves know those secrets, and then it's time to take those secrets out of us. And I know from personal experience, when you have connected with the shame of your deepest trauma, and you take it to another person, hopefully a therapist, who is there absolutely to help you and has ethics and isn't going to be shocked and not your friend anymore. When you speak your deepest shame, your deepest secrets, it is so healing. Because as it comes out of your mouth, most of the time you're going to realize this was not my shame to begin with. I carried it, and maybe I compounded it, but it was not my shame to begin with. And there's deep healing to be had there. So we've got a couple little separate messages here. But I think the Scorpio messages here are about the secrets we keep from ourselves. Endurance is about these cycles, knowing when to go full on, knowing when to let it go, knowing when it's yours to fix, knowing when it's not, knowing when to sleep, knowing when the moon is waxing, it's time to build now. When the moon is waning, it's time to let it go now. Okay? Having the mental acuity to keep both sides going, the detailed earthly side and the intuitive watery side. Wow, okay. So, more information about these cycles of growth and birth and death, and big initiatory information tonight. Big initiatory information. My daughter is approaching her Saturn return. She's still not there. It's going to be 30 for her. And ooh-wee, is she on it? She is full on it, man, and I'm watching it happen. It's really an amazing thing. So I had to kind of, hi Tam, I had to kind of remind her, you know, let me know if you ever feel you're ready for an initiation. Because here's another secret. I'll give you a couple secrets. Number one, a priestess secret: never, ever, ever talk someone into an initiation. They must ask for it themselves. It has to be an empowered choice. Number two, people generally ask for it when they have finally recognized that they've been through one. And you go through it and you come out the other side changed, and it's like, oh man, those are the people that come to the psychic fair and sit down in front of you and you lay out the cards and it's just bang, 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 bang. And then you say, do you have any questions? And they say, nope, it's everything I already know. Those are the best readings ever. Okay, the shadow in the last reading. Back to the shadow. Absolutely, absolutely, Catherine. Tam. Shadow work. Well, we don't generally hide from the good stuff. We don't generally hide from the things that feel wonderful and lovely and do not cause us pain. I can't remember a time in my life when I have shied away from something that did not cause me pain. So, trauma's a fact of life, y'all. Alrighty, let's see where we're at. Where are we? Okay. We're coming up on 2 hours already. Holy mackerel. That's 4. We already did 4. That's 4. We already did 4. That's 2. We already did 2. That's 5. Yay. All right. Oh, goody. Fairies, fairies. All right. We will try not to go into a half an hour sermon with every single deck. I keep smelling the perfume I have on, and I love it so much. It's taking my brain back to a specific time. Okay. Fairies, fairies, fairies. This deck has not been shuffled yet. I'm going to shuffle it. It's got a big scratch on it. Ooh, am I though? Am I really? This is a chonker. Sorta, kinda, sorta. All right. Just one for the road. Now we'll do it the other way. Let's do this Earthbound. Fairies, please. There we go. Creativity and failure. Ooh. They're just not giving us simple ones tonight, are they? They're not just like, you know, love and light. Okay, fairies, fairies, fairies. We are going to cut and pull. Please open your wisdom to, I mean, the sheet. Okay, you saw that, right? Are they are right next to each other. I'm going to take the top one. I'm going to put the other one back in because they are quite right next to each other. And I'm going to, I know what the other one is, just in case I'm wrong. Okay. Oops, here comes another one. All right. Okay, this is funny. The one I put back in the deck was between these two. One more. There we go. Okay. So I am going to get that other one out because they're just fucking with me at this point, you know? There just comes a point where you have to acknowledge that they're just having a laugh. They're having a laugh on me. Have your laugh. Here we go. All right. Okay. So we have 3 summer cards. The 3, 4, and 5 of summer, but in this we've got 4, 5, 3. Okay, hold on. I gotta get us back to her music. Okay, so these cards are the suits are in seasons, and 4 of summer, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. So the 4 of summer, summer fire in this deck? No, I think summer is water. That makes sense. 4 of cups. Being distracted. So this says creativity failure. Sometimes we can fail in just failing to be conscious enough to see what's going on, or we're distracted by the drama and we don't see the creative opportunity in it. And what is magic but creativity? You know, the art of changing consciousness at will, creating a new state of mind, creating a new state of being. So this talks about failure of creativity can be just a failure to see the opportunity to create something new. And when is that opportunity there? Always. But like the last one, there's cycles too. So, you know, we can fail to see that it's time to come out of a cycle of non-activity. But we can get caught up here because of our own emotional state. So this is another reason we really want to be on top of our emotions and what is hurting us and what needs to be healed. Okay, 5 of summer says, trust that there's a reason for everything that happens. I'm going to argue with this. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. So that's the problem here, is focusing on fears and worries. So these two together are being distracted by those negative emotions of others and our own negative emotions. So trust that there's a reason for everything that happens. Life has a very strong, chaotic, and random element to it. That's the way it is. Nothing is predestined. So I will not be one who tells someone that has just suffered a devastating loss that everything happens for a reason. I will not rub salt in a wound like that. You know, someone suffers a tragic accident and loses a child or something horrendous. Is there a reason that happened? No, 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 no. It's not because you had to learn something. I mean, think about how cruel that sounds. But it is your prerogative to use your creativity to take a random event like that and say, I am going to put a purpose to it. Not a reason, but a purpose. A reason means a cause. Reason is what caused this to happen. And if there was not a direct cause, if you didn't cause a tragedy or whatever it is, there's not a reason. You know, the reason it happened is because maybe wheels of karma, millions of them coincided at the same time and everybody got caught in the crossfire. But purpose is after the fact. Purpose can be before the fact too. Purpose is, you know, why you do something. But after the fact, purpose can be, this has taken me through an experience and now I can help people going through this. Or I'm a magical being and I go through these things and it's part of my nature to look for lessons and go mining and what can I use here, you know? And so then you find a purpose. I mean, if you think about the Sandy Hook parents and the Uvalde parents, and particularly Sandy Hook because it was so long ago, and look at the organizations and the action, you know, the actions that have been taken, the activism that has been launched because of the suffering that those parents went through for no reason. No reasonable reason, you know, but they've put purpose to what they've experienced. Okay, now, 3 of summer, news worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or birth, friends you cherish. So we go through this distraction and this, you know, dealing with our own negative emotions, that down cycle, and then we kind of wake up from that and go, wait, it's summertime. Come out of the internal, go out, sit and look at the forest, experience nature, eat the peaches and the cherries, you know? And then here we have 2 of spring, a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams, great progress being made. That's a perfect wrap-up of this Venus and Sagittarius in the 7th house of creativity in partnership. So spring, I believe, is wands. So the failure of creativity is when we get lost in the emotional. We must feel our emotions. They are sacred too. But we have to recognize when we are getting lost in them and when it's time to cycle out and when we need to rather than just being in the experiential mode, it's time to go back into creative mode and take that part of the wheel and move it forward. All right? And creativity can take us away from any concept of failure. You know, think about the artists and the songwriters that have written incredible works and created phenomenal art out of tragedy. So, you know, there's only a failure of creativity when we just think that there is nothing creative to come out of something. Okay. That was interestingly the lightest message of the night. Kinda. Kinda, sorta. Okay, Laura, here we go. Now we have the Tarot de Carlatides. I got it right. Yeah, okay. All right, Earthbound. Hang out for a couple seconds there. Let's do a catch-up. A wild Tam appears. Yes, Tam in the wild. If old programming is telling you you don't deserve it, you can't achieve it, and you listen to that, so it's really dealing with the programming behind it. That's true. That's true. Sometimes people hesitate that work because they fear they're going to be reliving the pain again. Yeah, it's true. But you know what? Did you live? And this is where you just have to be aware of your own self and when things are ripening. And this is where, too, therapists are just invaluable. You need a guide. Remember, we had the guide show up tonight. You deserve a guide. You don't need to do it on your own, and in fact, it can be difficult to complete if you're keeping it as a secret. Okay. So, that thing that I talked to my one therapist about, my big core, big black. I spent like a month knowing what I needed to talk about. It kind of surfaced, and it's like, oh shit, I need to talk about this. I journaled about it. I wrote about it, never naming it. It was a secret. I journaled. I round and round, and it's like, okay, I know what I have to do. And it was to march myself to therapy, sit there in the deepest pit of shame I've ever felt in my life, and make squeeze words out of my mouth of, here is something that I did. And and it was so healing, and that therapist was so kind and wonderful and helped me work through that. And you know, there is a lot of value, and all my Plutonians are going to hear this, in naming that thing, naming the unnameable, saying that thing, you know, that makes you think you're the worst person on the face of the earth ever. You know, I think there might be less of this as we get older, but you know, when we're young and we don't experience what other people have done with their lives, sometimes we think we're the worst because of something we've thought or done, and then we discover that, you know, other people have thought that too, and we think we're the only ones. So when you can reveal that secret in the proper way, with the purpose of healing, with the proper guide, we can transform. We can transform and we can heal. Okay, let's see here. Dex just want to have fun. Okay, Emmett Till's mom. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Secrets of close friends. Yeah, I mean, wow, to be entrusted with somebody else's shame is, whew, what a burden. What a heavy burden that can be. And what a friend. What a friend. My husband is a wonderful secret keeper. He is, and people know it. Okay. Our final deck for the night. What are the Carlatides going to tell us tonight? What? Oh, whee! It goes a-flying. Vision. And look at the owl with the blindfold, the ribbon around its eyes, the inner vision. These are such a dream shuffle. I am so enjoying this tonight because, you know, you have noticed that I'm thinking that I'm not really doing political readings anymore, and it's because there are other people that do them far better, and this is my purpose, dealing with the spiritual. Of course, current events come in because why wouldn't they? We're living life. But this is me being in my home turf here. Okay. I just want to shuffle these for like an hour and a half, you guys, so sorry, you know, go get a snack. They're just so easy, and there are too many, too many difficult decks to shuffle. Oh, there's the first one, the High Priestess. I'm I'm going to stop shuffling there, and we're going to fill in the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Cups. All these cups come up when I really have to pee. Okay, vision. What is the High Priestess about but vision? She's about secrets. Oh my goodness, she is about secrets. And secrets being revealed. She is about inner vision. She is about lifting the veil and looking deeply into the temple. All right, I am going to read so again, thanks to Silver Spiral Tarot for this amazing deck. Okay. Represents secret knowledge or occult wisdom. So here are the secrets that are the good secrets, you know, the things that the secrets we keep, because to reveal them prematurely is to have them be misunderstood or minimized or cheapened. There are secrets that you must earn, and those are initiatory experiences, because you cannot get there until you get there. You cannot shove someone through the initiatory door, right? It happens when it happens. Okay. Normal position. Normal position. I love the normal. Skill, diplomacy, self-confidence, flexibility, domination, strategy. Let's look at the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Well, the Eight of Cups, of course, is recognizing where your emotional energy, where all the love you pour into something is just a waste. So it is like revealing secrets to people that aren't ready. It's you know, throwing pearls before swine. It's pouring liquid into a bottomless cup. There's not a container for it yet. You have to have life experience and context up to the point where the initiatory experience happens, or it doesn't happen. Initiation is spiritual developmental stages. Right. Discontinuance of effort, yes. Shyness, modesty, abandon, success. So this talks about not throwing your best love, pouring your wisdom out to those who are not able to receive or unwilling to receive. Unwilling to receive is one thing, unable to receive is another. But people that are unwilling to receive, in that they are, you know, willfully ignorant, are the ones that are going to twist your words. If you reveal deep wisdom to them and they're just, you know, don't have that mindset to receive, they're going to twist. They're going to twist. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Home, happiness, cheerfulness, pleasure, peace, love, honor. So there are secrets that are good to keep. And these are the ones that fill us up, that make us happy, you know, that sustain our joy. I'm going to do this again. Look at the cups here. Nine of Cups. You saw me shuffle. You saw how fucking thoroughly I shuffled these cards. So now we have the Nine of Cups, the wish card, when we are retaining the information and the wisdom that is, you know, still ours to keep. There's nobody there to receive it. We can use it to really manifest what it is we want. And then we go into this happiness here, but then we've got the Nine of Swords. Holy shit. Look at the extremes that happen here. Misery, quarrel, and look at the ultimate in happiness, and misery, nightmares, unhappiness. Okay, what the fuck? We have the Knave of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Swords. We're talking about vision here. I'm looking at the Five of Swords. This abuse of power. All right, hold on. conquest, defeat, degradation, revocation, infamy, adversaries. And then the Knave of Pentacles. So there's certainly the part here that's talking about strife and heartache and battle. Let's see what he brings. Study, deep concentration, application. So we do have like the Thothian meanings here. Respect for science, philanthropist, a bearer of news. But Knight of Pentacles or Knave of Pentacles really talks about study. So here, let's look at vision here. High Priestess in the center, the only major that we have, is talking about vision and inner vision and nurturing that inner vision and not revealing it before people that are not able to receive it. That it can take us to the height of happiness, but it can also take us to despair. Okay, hold on, something else is trying to bust through here. It can be a lonely feeling when we've gone through an initiatory experience and we can't share it with anyone because they're not gonna get it. Because another characteristic of initiation is the same as its mystery. Characteristic of mystery. You cannot put it into words. You cannot explain it. That's why we have poetry and art and music, because you can't explain it. You can express how it feels, create and express how it feels to you, and hope that someone else recognizes it because they've been there. Sometimes that type of creativity and art can trigger an experience in someone else, can trigger that aha moment, but you're not going to be able to talk them into it. So it can be very lonely. But this Five of Swords is troubling me. I think I'm going to take a hit on that. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay. Let's see, who's chiming in here? The only way through is through. Yes, yes, yes. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. Okay. That material looks like the back of the card. I know they're beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. Okay. These readings, Laura. Yeah, I mean, I know. Phew is right. Embryo, keeping things tender. Where are you seeing the embryo there, Tavia? It is an intriguing deck. Yeah. All right. So the Nine of Cups here in the Wish card, we have things in a cabinet, and it's no. Go back, Luna. Go back, honey. So we retain the wisdom that we have, we form it into a wish, it takes us into the ultimate happiness, but then after that, I'm almost feeling this like postpartum depression. After that, and look at 8s, 9s, and 10s here. 8s, 9s, 10s, 2. But 8s, 9s, and 10s, the ending of a cycle. So we come to the ultimate happiness, and then what? It's like when you're in a play and the play closes and you get horribly depressed and you don't know what to do. You're in that pause, you're in that unknown. Here's that unknown place. And this talks about, rather than turning it inward into the idea of failure, we can study what we've just been through, and the Eight of Wands says then it really moves us forward. Then we can get a vision again of the lesson. We can let it catalyze our creativity. We can let that creativity bloom into passion, and then just let it carry us forward. Wow. Okay. I'm going to call that done, because whoo-wee. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes and the birthday decks. And thank you for the platform that I have for honing my skills. Working and working and working at my craft and honing my skills. I learn something every time I come here to do these readings, and I have to work with a new deck and pull meaning out. It's amazing. And thanks for witnessing. I'm so glad that you're able to see, the cards levitating and floating and the magic that I've experienced, that it's hard to describe to people. I feel like, we come together here and we all get to witness it. So thank you so much. Let me catch up here with the keeping tender things inside. I love that. Thank you, Roxanne. Yes, it was a fun one. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you to my patrons. I will be uploading that full moon video for you and uploading the unboxing of this tarot of the She tomorrow, so you can look forward to that. I think I'm going to unbox this Sacred Hags for Friday, because that's an oracle. Or I might do the Shadow Lens. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for hanging with me. I have to pee so bad. I will see you next time, you guys. Thank you for your donations. If you want to donate, if you want to, there's links down below. You guys know the drill. Anyway, I will see you next time. As always, I love you. I love you. I love you. Until next time, blessed be.